Hello everyone, this is Donna coming to you today to talk about some of my favorite planner toys. The first item I want to talk about is the Olfa 28mm perforation cutter. I've used this thing a lot, and you can buy refill blades for these, but so far I haven't had to do that. What do I use this for? I make little notepads, and it's all out of scrap paper. So with this one, I took some scrap paper. It was longer, so I just folded it in half. Then I found a piece of cardstock out of my scrap. I came in, once I had it situated and cut down to size, staple, staple. So to protect the look of that staple ugliness, I just ran a piece of tape, washi tape, and then you can tape it in the back. Now this is just a small one for demonstration purposes, but you can tuck these in your planner. You can even tuck, I've made them small enough where I can tuck them into my PVCs. This one of course is not the right size for that, but you can see that this would make it very handy to do so. You would just simply shorten this and make this so it doesn't overhang the fold in your PVC. But they're very, very convenient. Now, what do you do with it? Oh, let's say I went to Susan's house and I'm going to write Susan a note. She wasn't home. Missed you, Susan, call me. Donna. I forgot to mention one step. After I got this assembled, I went across and used my Olfa. You've got to expose the blade. I did for this one, since it was folded and I didn't want it to cut through the next sheet, I put a protector page. I'm just going to pretend like this is the protector page for right now. But I put it under each sheet and then used the Olfa and just ran right along the edge of this piece of cardboard. So now you have each of them perforated. Now what I did here is, when I went to Susan's house, let me get here so I'm not so awkward with my handling. You just rip that out. You see how that nice perforation is there? I would take a piece of washi tape that I carry in my planner and stick it someplace where Susan could see it when she comes home, and she would know that I had been to her house. Now the second version of this one that I've done, these are just little single cut sheets of scrap paper. It's graph paper, and I wanted this one to be a little bit longer. I would normally cut this, but for right now I just left it like this. But again, the same process. You fold over the flap, you put your papers in, you staple. I wanted to cover up the stapling, and then I just use my washi and go along each page, using a protector underneath so that I'm not perforating more than one page at a time. Now let me show you how this one could be used in your planner. I'm going to take out a planner that I've been working on, and let's see, oh, here we go, let's use this. Alright, so there you have it. This nice planner is tucked right in one of my pockets and is there. Let's say I want to make myself a quick note, or I want to make a list to go into the grocery store and I don't want to take everything with me. Whatever you choose to do. Now another thing that I've done with the Olfa, I'm going to move these away, and I'm going to bring up one other thing here. This is a journal, and let's say you are near the end of the journal and you have leftover paper that you want to say. This is a nice clean sheet. Or somewhere in the middle of your journal, you have a boo-boo. You tore the paper. I would get a piece, this is a piece of cardstock. I would just put it underneath. Let me get it situated so I can use this gizmo. Alright, and I would just go along like this. You do have to give this a little bit of pressure, but it takes out that page so nicely. You can throw this away. And when you're trimming, you can trim as close or as far away as you want. And then if you wanted to use a piece of washi tape to cover up any ugliness, you could do that. But that's the other way that I have used the Olfa. Again, the Olfa 28mm perforation cutter at Amazon for approximately $5. I really have enjoyed using this one. And again, you see that I put the protector back out. The second tool I want to talk about is a good friend of mine, and that is good old red line tape. You can see that this is stuck here. But red line tape has been around for years. We always called it red line tape. My God, it sticks to everything too. All right, we got rid of that. But it's a really, really sticky tape. You can see this is thin. I want to say, maybe, I don't know. But I work in traveler's notebooks, usually the personal size, so I didn't want a real wide piece. But let me show you what this can do. Okay. We have this little note from Susan, and this is her front door, let's say. So you put the sticky side down, and you very carefully, and sometimes it can be a little tedious, be patient with yourself, and you just peel that off. And then you put this note on here for Susan, and I'm going to tell you folks, it's really stuck. But you can get the goo off. If I wanted to take this away, I can get the goo off off of a hard surface like a door or something like that. But red line tape is one of my all-time faves. The third thing I want to talk about is a Dollar Tree find. I make my inserts. It saves me a lot of money to do that. I know there's some gorgeous ones out there on the market, but I can do my own inserts for maybe $1, maybe $1.50 each. What I do, and I'm going to use this as demonstration purpose here, I cut, and you can see that this is a future planning calendar. I print them out on Publisher. I put a sharp V in there versus using the hole punch. The V makes cording rest in place much better than the hole punch, I find. So here is the center of this book. What I would do is I would cut this, get this in the right size, cut the cover to the right size, and then tightly bind using this elastic. This comes in a pack of 4 colors with 5 yards per packet. 5 yards per color. But look at how stretchy it is. So if I were doing this, I would do 1, 2, and maybe back off a little bit. Let me show you why. Alright, here is let's say this is a 1-inch spread right here. I want you to see. Look how giving it is. So you don't want to waste this. You want to make it last as long as you can. So I would bring it around the notebook and just tie a double knot in it. Now the beauty of these is when you are anywhere except the center, all you do is you lift your calendar, and you can, I call these slide-ins. I usually put them in like this. You can see it's in the seam. Fold it over, and it makes a nice little inspirational piece. If I had printed a picture there or I had written something there, maybe I forgot to write down something that I needed and I've gone to the store a couple of times, that would be a super reminder to get what I need. But that's the way I like to do my planners. So this is Donna signing off. Having said to you, You may want to try out the Olfa. You may want to try out the red line tape. And you may want to try binding your own using elastic. They're much more portable, much more serviceable. And I will tell you, you don't see this every day in the Dollar Tree. But when I do see them, I usually will go ahead and buy at least $5 worth. That would be 5 packs, and they're 5 yards, and they're 4 colors in each pack, and that's 5 yards per color. So that's a lot of elastic, especially if you're conservative in how you use it, allowing for the stretch. So I hope you will think about sharing some of your toys. If you like this video today, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to build my following, and with your help, I can do that. So I'm going to sign off now and wish you a wonderful day.